All right, I made myself some coffee here. I got one more email I'm gonna read now, and then I'm gonna show a no, I'm gonna play an interview. Recruit my mom. Xforce recruitment video. Chill. It ain't like that. It's from John. Hey Luke, can you do a video that members of Xforce could send to our family members, basically introducing them to crypto, the future of crypto, and why holding Xforce could be one of the greatest investments ever right now in this point of time? Like my mom, she's a few years away from retirement and pretty well off, but no one has idea on what crypto is. Has no idea what crypto is. She has no idea what the chicken apocalypse is and is so blind to those kinds of things. She worked multiple jobs simultaneously at a few points in her life, and I don't want her all her US dollars she worked hard for, hard to budget, and save responsibly for the last 30 years to go to shit. But I don't know how to tell her about crypto. I mean, no kidding. She just barely started using Zelle last week, and that's what because her credit union automatically signed her up. Just a video we could send to our family members and say, hey, watch this because this is about to happen, and here's what it is. Thank you very much, Lou. No reason to thank me. Trust me, I did everything I could to yeah. Thanks for reading my ballet card email and making a video. X-Force lyrics had me dying laughing. Take care. All right. I'm gonna let me just if you're watching this, if you're new to all this world, let me take 2 seconds to introduce myself. I worked for many years in the financial markets. I actually came up in the financial markets as a kid. I was fortunate because I had two older guys that kind of like brought me along in this world. Throughout time in life, in the market and business, I wound up in Silicon Valley working with digital payment structures with governments, including the United States government, and implementing their system for e-payment. Now, now that I told you about me, let me just tell you about what this thing is with crypto. And I think if if I explained it in this manner, it will make sense to everybody. Okay, first, there was the system of you go to the bank and you make a deposit in your account and you write a check and you mail it to whoever you're trying to send money to. Now, you did that, businesses did that, and in some form or another, governments did that. And that took, depending on where check was going, throughout time, it could take up to 30 days overseas, 15 days in closer countries, 7 days in America, sometimes 3 days, and with participating banks, it could take one business day. That's fine when you're just paying a bill, okay? But when you're in a situation where you're in the financial markets and money has to be paid immediately because of an investment, a trade, a certain acquisition, because the value of money changes, the banks and technology companies kept trying to find a faster way to move money. The problem with that was security, moving money could always mean getting hacked. So they came up with encryption, like ways of locking the message of money going back and forth on the internet. I worked on that nonsense and it was good and it worked for a long time. It's actually working till today, but it's slow. It could take sometimes up to 3 days. And that doesn't work when you're trying to send trillions back and forth and money around the world, the value changes of it. So something, the value of money today could be different than in 3 days from now. When you're sending, let's say, money from the United States to Argentina, the value changes, fluctuating currencies. So the idea was always, how can we do this faster? Because the open internet made it faster, but it didn't take it to the point where technology could take it, which was instant. These crypto tokens are nothing more than program coding, if you would. Think of it as the numbers on the bottom of your check, the account number and route number. Think of that as a crypto. And that runs on the bank network. So whenever you deposit a check, they scan those numbers, and once they're validated, the money can be transferred over. 3 days, 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, but it will transfer over based on those numbers. Those tokens, those crypto tokens, they call them tokens, but they're not actual tokens. But they call them tokens, and what they have is a sequence of numbers that are locked up. But in that lock that they have, that little storage, is the financial information, the value of whatever asset of money has to be moved back and forth. And it runs on their own system called the blockchain. So instead of just the open internet, it has its own private system. So think of it as their own internet superhighway, only for those tokens to go back and forth, holding that information inside of them. The reason why I created the concept of Xforce is because I identified three coins that are poised to be probably some of the biggest gainers because of the implementation and usage that's coming. That's XRP, which is a token that's created for the upper banks of the world to move money back and forth, because they move anywhere from 5 to 7 trillion a day. And that token is going to be worth more money because the more it's used to fill that role, the more it's going to be worth. Same thing with XLM. XLM is a kind of like a twin of XRP. It's just designed for retail, point of sale, payroll distribution, humanitarian aid, whatever. But at the end of the day, it fits the same role and can service banks. So those two coins are pretty much instant money movers. It takes 3 seconds and it costs pennies compared to the old system that took days and cost dollars to move money. The third token is something called XDC. XDC runs alongside the XRP network. And what basically it does, instead of it moving money, what it does, it moves smart contracts. So instead of moving the value of money, like the numbers on the bottom of the check and the amount, no. It moves things like contracts like deeds to land, deeds to residential and commercial building, deeds to fine art, to securities, bonds, derivatives, swaps. So those three coins are super, super beyond important for the movement of money in the modern world. That's why they're going to be worth more money, because as more banks, wealthy funds, like the big funds, start using them back and forth to central governments, once you all start using them, the value of those coins go up with usage. The fourth coin that I added on is something called HBAR. And HBAR is even faster. It has a different technology based on it, but it is a token as well. But HBAR has a life in many different aspects, from supply chain, global supply chain management. For lack of a better word, it's the chosen coin of the Davos group, like G7 countries. It has massive value. Massive. Hyundai is converting their entire supply chain management system to that. So is Boeing. So as this is all being implemented, the value of the coins are going to go up. Some coins could go up as much as a couple of $1,000. Some could go a couple of $100. Some could just go $50, $60, $80 or $20. But considering that they're so cheap, like 5 cents, the idea is that a person could come in and buy these tokens, actually hold them in their possession, so nobody can actually, falsify them, hack them, take them, clone them, or anything, because then you're in your possession, unlike stocks. And then that's what's going to be worth money. Then later on, you can sell it back to the open market. These coins are the future of payment. Just like, look, you see these, I got it in my wallet, but these SIM cards, think of that the chip on your credit card, think of that as a token. Now imagine billions of them going back and forth between banks, governments, major corporations, Ford Motors, Geico Insurance, Aetna Insurance, whatever it may be, doing payments, moving things, policies, insurance contracts back and forth. How much information is stored on this? Think of that as a token, moving everything between entities all around the world instantly. That represents the new era of money or value. In the end, the powers that be broke the money system. That's why they're going to that. A new system is coming. The market will crash in October. The dollar will be debased. Hyperinflation will be out of control. People will lose the value of their pensions. Government will put in price controls. Real estate will crash to a level that's unbelievable. Americans will not get mortgages in the future. This is the last chance for anybody to get out of the financial hardship that's coming. Time's running out.